Okay, chill ah.
Okay.
Ready or not?
Yeah, ready.
Kanchong ah.
No, I'm not.
You sure
I'm
not?
sure, yeah.
Wait, must clear table.
Okay.
Okay ah.
Okay.
Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm here with my fellow School of Law schoolmate, Ong Zhi.
Hello.
Okay, so how I knew Ong Zhi, right, was I was doing my legal clerkship program, which is something that you will have to do when you are in your year 4. It's my final module. So my legal clerkship program, I was posted to Raja and Tan. Then this guy, right, he super xiao on. He went to Raja and Tan for an internship.
Yeah, unstructured internship.
Yeah, then that's how I met him. And then we met like quite a lot of other people also, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
About
how many people did we meet?
there were 9 other interns.
Or 9 other interns.
Yeah.
Got some guys from RI.
Yes.
Must mention them.
Okay.
Hello to the RI guys.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to ask Ong Zhi a series of questions just to get to know him, okay? So I'm now in year 4. I'm going to graduate already. He's in year 2.
Yeah.
Okay, now year 2, sem 2. I'm year 4, sem 2. Graduating halfway there. Okay, so Ong Zhi, could you share with us a bit about yourself?
Yeah. So hi, as Darrell mentioned, my name is Ong Zhi. Currently, I'm year 2, sem 2 student in SUSS. I am happily married with 2 young children, and I'm currently working full time as a paralegal and also pursuing this degree at the same time.
How old are your kids?
My oldest kid is 2 years old,
Okay.
and my youngest child is 2 months old. So
Oh, wow.
just
Oh,
came out.
yeah. Congrats anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, what are your hobbies?
So my hobbies used to include Magic the Gathering. It's a card game that I like to
Okay.
play, and I get to meet people and connect. And,
Do you go to like the Bishan?
the shop in Bishan actually closed down already. Like it's no longer there.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
yeah, a lot of the players that used to play at the Bishan shop, like set up their own shops. So I have actually personally never been there before.
Okay.
The first shop I ever went to was Hougang, which is near my house at Sengkang.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah, honestly nowadays it's a bit busy with everything that's going on to carve out time to play.
Okay.
So I still enjoy the game and would like to play more, but it's just a bit hard to find time to do it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, then next, right, could you share how you are coping with work, family, and studies?
Yeah. So thanks for the question. So I think work is pretty fixed. It's like 9 to 6, and then once in a while, when work requires, then you have to bring home work, and that maybe will take another hour or 2 to do at home lah. So I think work honestly takes up the majority of my time nowadays.
Okay.
And then in terms of family and studies, I think it's just about prioritization lah. So on days when I'm less busy at work, I will try to rush back to have dinner with my family and to do readings on the train. So personally, I actually quite enjoy law. So I always think about legal issues just on my own. So it is quite relaxing to me to just listen to some music and then read about either the required readings or just read about topics that interest me when I'm on the way home. And honestly, other than me taking leave one day before my exam and doing the exam itself, I have never actually sat down and studied like for a full day before. So SUSS is quite good because they provide this thing called study units,
Okay.
which allows you to just read up and really get a consolidated idea of what to expect lah.
Yeah.
So that has been quite helpful. But generally, I would just say that it's about prioritization. So when I have less work, then I will try to carve out time for family. When I have more work, then my family will understand, and then it's just about like doing that lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you want to do law at SUSS?
Okay. So I think I will give an honest answer.
Okay.
I've actually never thought about doing law at SUSS until I found out that I was going to be a father.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I found out that my wife was expecting and I was going to be a father, and then certain arrangements had to be made, I knew that the only way that I could work and bring home an income was to go and find a course that allows me to do so lah.
Okay.
So while I was researching about part-time courses, um, I remembered that there was this SUSS law,
Okay.
but I never really looked into it prior to considering the law school.
Okay.
So during my research, I looked at the syllabus, I looked at the module, and realized that it's something that will work for my particular situation. At the same time, it will also allow me to take the bar eventually. So
Okay.
all things considered, I thought that for somebody who needs to work full time to earn an income during his schooling days, SUSS actually provides the best part-time course in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Because it's something that is practical, something that is useful, and allows me to get caught to the bar eventually lah. Yeah, I
Okay.
got to be honest. During that research process, I also chanced upon that article that some of you might see on Hardware Zone about whether SUSS was a real law school. Yeah, then I was like, oh yeah, of course it is, because it's on the SILE website. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the hardware zone thing, we
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
get rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had to pick either family or criminal law, which would it be and why?
Okay, so personally, I would
You gotta pick one,
yeah.
either one.
Okay, so between family and criminal law, I would pick criminal law just because there are more um, pull factors from family law rather than me like really loving criminal law lah.
Okay.
So why I say that I will justify. So I think family lawyers are very are people who need to control their emotions very well, especially when they want to build a China wall between like their client's case and their client's emotions. So
Okay.
they need to regulate their emotions very well.
Okay.
Personally, I'm somebody who is very emotional. I think if I get to meet a client a lot and talk to him a lot and know him or her on a personal level, I'll probably feel very strongly for that client. I'm not sure whether I can handle the role of being a counselor. That, from my own observation, most family lawyers double up as both lawyer and counselor lah.
Okay.
As well as some other people can. So I don't think the job is really for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but in terms of criminal law, I think it could really use that kind of passion lah. So personally for me, I have considered doing the legal service officer scheme.
Okay.
And I hope to apply next year when SUSS allows me to in year 3.
Okay.
And yeah, it's because I think that it is very meaningful to serve the public good, to only
Okay.
have essentially one client, which is the public interest, and then try to enforce it, and
Okay.
work together with defense counsel to find like correct punishments. I think that's just very meaningful.
Okay. So how are you coping with law school so far?
Yeah, so I think so far I've been coping in law school well. Honestly, in my personal opinion, the hardest semester was year 1, Sem 2. That was the semester that we had 4 modules.
It's quite difficult to keep switching.
Exactly, yeah. So that was personally the hardest semester in my opinion. Other than that, law school has been quite good to me. As I mentioned initially, the SUs are very useful. Lecturers are very helpful as well. If you don't understand particular cases or you have certain reservations about how a judgment was, given or what a particular judgment says, you can always email them, and when the lecturers are free, they reply you. So just these two things together makes the whole learning experience very good lah. Although I do have to say that I think also SUSS has this thing called boot camp. It was
Okay.
a 6-week program where we learn how to write and think legally.
Okay.
I personally felt that even after boot camp, I didn't really like have that skill set yet lah.
Oh no, you get, I think sometime in year 2, right, then you will kind of get it.
Yeah, exactly. So versus from what I've heard lah, like the other law schools, they maybe have a more established like legal writing program. So
Okay.
that was something that took me a while to like catch up. But
Okay.
so generally, I think it has been good though.
So what is your favorite law module so far and why?
This is a good question.
You've
Okay.
taken 1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah.
plus 8. So altogether you've taken 12 modules.
Okay, so I think my favorite law module so far would probably be tort law.
Okay.
That's just because I think tort really sets the foundation of a lot of legal principles that you learn. So the concepts and the ideas in tort are very transferable as you pick up other law subjects as well. Yeah, so it's something that I find the most useful. It's something that I find myself applying in my job as well. So generally, I think it is a very important module.
You like case law lah?
Uh,
Thought it's like almost all case.
yeah. I I don't know if I like case law per se, but I like reading about law lah.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. But I really find the utility in the module the highest.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
true. I mean, most disputes are like tortious disputes or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
contract disputes.
And a lot of taught
The principles are.
principles, yeah, are very transferable to other areas of law as well. Yeah.
And then the next question is, which module did you find the most challenging thus far?
Okay. So the module which I find the most challenging thus far is honestly the modules in boot camp.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is a conventional answer, but I think when students enter law school, most of the time your brain is like mush lah, essentially, because
Yep.
you're not thinking legally. Right? So boot camp essentially helps you jumpstart this legal thinking process where when you look at law issues and think about things in a legal manner lah, and you learn how to write in that manner as well.
Yep.
So like learning how to answer hypotheses, or to some people puzzle questions.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, hypotheticals, yeah, or puzzle questions. So that was the hardest module to me because it really laid the foundation of the skills that I eventually have to use lah.
I mean, when you enter, like I go back and read the essays that I wrote during boot camp, right? I can see the quantum leap I made from my assertion to my reasoning, because in between there are a lot of blanks.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
after you go through like a few modules, right, then you get it.
Yeah.
So I think as kind of like a side advice to the year ones, right, who didn't do so well during boot camp, I think one of my good friends, right, he's doing very well in law school, my batch. He struggled during boot camp, but now he's like one of the top students in, or should be the top student in my batch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the boot camp is not indicative of
Yeah.
the ability that you have to
Yeah.
grasp the law.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
But
So, then okay, this is the last question.
okay.
Quite important because maybe a lot of year ones watching you. So
Okay.
what any tips to share with future batches of SUSS School of Law students?
Okay.
Because your grade's not bad, so you must give
Okay,
advice.
let me think. Yeah, so I think okay, I think I have one general advice that breaks into a sub advice lah. So I would say that if you are an offer holder and you are looking to enter the law school, you should definitely read some legal resources to get a sense of like how you're expected to think when you enter law school. So one of the good guides that I'm using nowadays that I wish I chanced upon before I even enter law school is by this author of this book called Letter to Law Students, Nicholas McBride. So he has a website actually called McBride Guides. So you can Google it. It's probably the first link. In there, it shares a lot of like basic principles about subjects such as thought, such as legal thinking, like such as writing, and a lot of just his own opinions. So I think that was quite good. The school also recommends this book called Learning the Law by Glenville Williams. I think that's a standard issue book that most people should read.
Yep.
And I would strongly advise actually using the resources. And at this time also, what I shout out to my friend, the school will also ask you to check out his blog, Just Follow Law. I think that's quite helpful as well. I personally did check it out in making a decision to enter the law school. So yeah, that's the advice.
I was trying to beat Hardware Zone.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get rid of Hardware Zone.
I see, yeah.
So I tried to create this Just Follow Law and the YouTube channel so that people will stop going to Hardware Zone and learn about law school.
The Hardware Zone post, correct.
Yeah, but anyway, on a side note, right, so the some students, we are coming out with our own student website.
Yes.
Yeah, and Ong Zhi is working on it also.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so the sub-advice will be also about preparation. So as what I want to add on what Daryl was mentioning about how the initial learning curve is very steep, and then eventually it gets better in law school, and you make progress like unknowingly, like because your thinking just get better and better. So my advice would be to not only like if you have time to not only read about legal thinking, but also read a lot about the classic cases and in a note to thought, because SUSS Law School doesn't teach thought in year one. So I recommend reading about the classic like Head-Lieben principles or Donald Hugh Stevenson and this kind of like classic thought concepts that really like shows you how the law stem like where the law stems from like, essentially. Yeah. So that would be my recommendation to students.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so a lot of research to do from Ong Zhi's recommendations.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, okay, thanks Ong Zhi for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for sharing about yourself and your journey thus far in our SUSS School of Law.
Okay.
So I'll see you around on campus. Not for long already. I'm graduating soon, and all the best for the rest of your studies. So
Okay.
must try to get first class.
Yeah, I hope so lah.
Okay, must work very hard. Then you I'll whoever get first class, I'll come back and shake his hand for graduation. Okay, and as always, right, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to the Just Follow Law YouTube channel. Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Okay,
Okay.
very
not
calm.
bad.